those familiar faces.
Oh, hey, Michael.
And it's Cornhole and Rando.
Hi, I'm Rando, and welcome back to Don't Take It Out of Context.
Hey.
What the fuck?
I got the software working, so I just said, fuck it.
Hey. I didn't hear you say it, though.
Too bad.
You might want to move the microphone to where you and Steven can both use it.
If he'll move his leg.
Wait, why?
Because he can't scoot up.
Oh my god.
Then move your mic also, like it's fucking far away, dude.
God damn it. Fuck.
Like, you guys were supposed to help set up too, and you just fucking just...
I brought everything.
You guys did nothing.
You plugged in one thing.
I plugged this thing and then this thing.
Yeah, but like you couldn't have moved it because you guys are gonna be sharing that.
I also, that by the way, that's still plugging in one thing. It's the same cord.
The actual, like,
Mic.
turn it. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, put the pop filter a little closer.
Oh,
To the mic.
oh my god!
I swear.
Also, move the microphone. Like it's facing so far away from you. No, like. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Steven, like, no joke. Do you get dumber every minute?
You know what? Push the mic backwards, cause like you guys are way too close. I mean, like the actual like whole stand, cause you guys are gonna be way too close and way too like further back.
So let's start off with this, with an apology from me. Where I want to say I'm sorry for last week's episode of the spooky episode because I was hyped up and I went on some rants nonsense and I was probably being loud. So for
Probably.
that, I was loud. So
And
for that,
You're lucky I edited the audio. Else it would have been
for
so.
that, I would like to say I'm sorry.
I think you should also apologize.
very sorry and sad.
I think you should also apologize to the microphone because you
I thought-
essentially molested it by getting so close to it.
Hey.
Microphones don't have rights.
Wow.
What is this, Weinstein?
No, I thought he was gonna pull a fucking Moana thing. The Maui.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Why'd you have to say that?
Now, another apology.
Okay, I'm sorry for what just perspired.
Oh,
What is perspired?
So yeah,
transpired? Perspired, like
You sweat.
perspiration, sweat.
As you can see, we're all glad to be back together.
Oh
after a
my
while.
god.
Some of us.
Okay, so
Meanwhile, I'm still fucking sick because I have Terminal 7.
I'm sick in the mind.
you're sick in the mind because you fucking dumb. You don't know what words
Well, you can't
are.
be sick in the mind because you have to have a mind to begin with.
I mean, you also watch a bunch of porn, so that's it.
What does that have to do with my mind?
You're sick.
You're perverted.
You're like the Halloween special of
Your
Ed
spirit-
from Ed, Ed and Eddie, but it replaced the scary movies with porn.
Your spirit is
You
weak.
see his hentai everywhere.
So Steven hasn't heard the dog story that I told you two.
Also, there's a dog story, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so I think I don't know if I probably haven't said this on the podcast, but I've said to you guys in conversation, like, I live in an apartment complex, and a lot of my neighbors have dogs that they do not take care of right.
Oh, this is the complaint.
No, it's not the No, this
No,
is
it's a different.
It's a different thing. It's
Oh,
related to that. So like, they don't put them on leash. They let them just run around outside. They don't train them well. They're not well behaved. And so I came close today to kicking a dog because it attacked my dog as I was walking it.
It didn't attack it. Almost.
It almost
was
attacked it. I was
lunging forward towards it.
yeah, and growling at it, being very aggressive. And then the owner, this I think it was like a Hispanic mother came in and was like getting the dog away. And I turned around, I yelled at her, "You put that dog on a fucking leash." And then I walked away. I don't even know if she understood me.
What?
Can you repeat the whole thing in Spanish?
She might not have understood me because like my mom later went out and said like if this ever happens again, I'm gonna report you to the front office. And like she just gave her a look of like I didn't understand that.
Can you
So
repeat the
basically,
whole
I'm gonna
thing
get
in
her
Spanish?
deported.
What? You just jumped from one thing to another.
I'm so mad. Like seriously, I don't understand why people don't take care of their dogs the right way. Like put them on a leash when they're outside, and if they're a fucking shitty dog and they can't be around other animals, then you know what? Just keep them inside. And if they do have to go outside, put them on a short leash.
Or you can just put it down and euthanize it.
Okay, stop.
All right.
I think you need to apologize a third time.
All right. A third
Alright.
apology.
I want to
Apologies
say,
for this whole podcast.
I want to say I'm sorry for Josh.
Josh?
Who the hell is Josh? What are you rambling on about?
I was making a reference to Blair Witch Project where she's like,
I've never seen it.
No one fucking knows that.
All right,
God.
but I'm sorry again.
God.
Oh my God.
So
This is how Don't Take It Out of Context ends.
Not with a whimper, with us killing Steven.
All you hear is 3 gunshots, and Steven's like, finally, and then one last one on himself.
but like,
He just fires off a random shot.
So
Yeah, everybody thinks this is a
so last episode went on rants and rambling, mainly thanks to me.
So basically,
Did
every
you?
other podcast.
Oh my God.
Excuse you?
Like, Steven, do you know how to talk? Like,
Oh, that porn fucked you up.
No,
Like, no joke.
Stop! It's not. Stop bringing up porn. It's not.
Dude,
the
shut
porn.
up.
No, so I just want to say, since it's October and we're almost November. Technically, it's November tomorrow. What do you guys think of
this fucking podcast, you retard?
What do you guys think of the year so far?
Bad.
I like to say it was a good
Bad
year
with you.
Why was it a good year?
because we actually started being productive and working on this.
Meanwhile, we're this close to nuclear war.
I mean, I don't know that stuff. I ignore the world
We're
stuff.
not talking about the world. We're talking about ourselves. Like,
Yeah.
how the year went for ourselves. Jeez, Connor.
It's alright.
It's not about the world, right?
Fuck the world.
No, but like, yeah. Technically, like, I'm still working in the place I'm currently working at, and I'm liking it. And
Where is it, Steven?
I'm not gonna say it.
Can I say the location?
No.
Why? But
He
like,
doesn't want-
Albuquerque.
no, but yeah. Technically, for that to been a good year, the fact that we're working on this channel and doing something with our free time, is another good thing. And not only that, but I've been getting better at video games.
Have you?
I have.
I don't
Like
believe
what?
So.
What about Rainbow Six Siege?
You still can't beat
I got
Madhouse mode.
Yeah, you know, it's like this.
If you have a strategy. You
What
just
about
can't
Rainbow
implement it.
Six Siege? Have you been getting better at that lately?
I have got better before my internet went out, and I haven't played Rainbow Six Siege in a while now, and I miss Siege so very much.
Yeah, we know. You text us like every now and then.
Yeah,
"Hey,
you text-
I miss Siege.
I miss Siege, guys.
You're like a war widow.
Especially now that they updated it where Blitz can now sprint with the thing, so then he doesn't
The
get
shield.
shot down easily. And then the fact that Capcan now has like a fourth. He now has 5 traps, but they don't do insta kill. They just do 60 damage now. But that's still pretty good.
Hmm.
And then
I still would have preferred the instant damage.
and then
Insta kill.
they basically made Ella less OP, because I remembered one thing about playing Rainbow Six Siege. Ella's OP. Like, I would get killed by Ella so many times.
It's because the gun, the fire rate was so fucking... Like, there was, like, basically no recoil. The fire rate was so fast. I remember playing on PC, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this happens to, like, all the new operators in a way, to where they're OP, but then they eventually nerf them because of the fire rate, but still.
Yeah, Ella was fucking OP.
Welcome to the 2-man podcast that don't take it out of Siege.
Well, then play Rainbow Six Siege.
No, I have other things to do with my time.
I don't play Siege because I
What
can't
do you
take
do
it
with your time?
seriously.
I don't know, watch Japanese wrestling.
Okay, then.
Yeah, fuck you. Didn't think I'd have an answer for you.
No, I thought
Well,
you
I
would have
mean-
like a better answer.
Me too. I thought it was going to be better.
What would
I
be a
love
better answer?
I love when you text.
I thought he was
miss
going to say, like,
Siege
oh, I'm taking
after-
care of orphan kids. I'm helping... Like,
No,
some shit like
I'm
that.
busy kicking dogs that annoy me.
I love when Steven, like, he'll message something and then he'll add the I'm a Siege because it gives me, like, forum flashbacks with people who used to have signatures. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Oh,
yeah.
text message?
Yeah, like when he would text I'm a Siege after someone, it'd be like some guy be like, yeah, I don't believe women have rights. And then under is his signature, like, I don't think Neil Pitts is gay. 2016.
Like,
Is
text
that you?
text signatures.
Oh.
Like, I don't even like email signatures, and I get text signatures even less. Like, I think it's sort of dumb.
I don't get why people still do text messages if they even do them.
It's-
So I remember like middle school, that'd be a thing because people were getting phones like during middle school. Like, oh, dude, I'll put a text message.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so
a
cool.
signature.
in order to receive this user
Meanwhile,
signature.
if they look at their signature now, it'll be like, oh my god, I wrote this.
No, and the thing about those also, like when I had my signature on there, I realized that it used like the number count on your text message, you know how like sometimes back
Yeah.
then like you can only have a certain number of
Character count.
characters
Yeah.
each message, and that would like kind of count towards it. I'm like, oh dang it, dude. Now I gotta write my text smaller.
To receive this user's signature, please text 5 to 77003. Data minutes.
I never
may
had
apply.
to deal with that because
fucking
I had a
hated
flip
those.
phone like in 5th grade, and then I didn't get a smartphone until like high school. But the thing is, I didn't have friends.
Same.
So it's less about the phone. It's more of like I didn't have anyone to talk to.
Yeah, it was just texting my family like, yeah, I'm fine. Hey, what's for dinner?
I mean, either way, in
Why'd
middle
you
school,
make
not
me?
a lot of people had smartphones. It was mainly like those like
Rich
half,
kid.
not like, you know what I mean, like half phones.
Yeah,
The slider phones.
Not necessarily slider, but like the.
I had a slider
It
phone
was like
for a long
like the
ass
Nokia
time.
kind of type of ones.
Oh.
Or like the flip phones, like the Motorola
Yeah,
Razr
yeah.
and shit like that.
Like the bricks.
Yeah, so
Like
the
the
first
bricks.
one was my flip phone. Eventually, I switched to a slider phone where it was the screen, keyboard, buttons, and then you can slide it, and then it will reveal the keyboard.
I know there was one that I think my brother got. It was like it goes up, but then also goes to the side.
Yeah.
For the longer keyboard.
Mine got stolen.
Mine did that.
But okay, going back to this primitive phone that's probably primitive now, the slider phone.
It's definitely
it is
it's
primitive.
definitely primitive now.
But before I got the smartphone, you couldn't do internet. But this is at the time when I actually got internet for the first time. So what I would do is I would take the slider phone, I would record the porn onto the phone, and then so I could have it later, and I would build a collection in the memory card.
With fucking
Wait, with
12.
the slider phone? You would watch
the
it on
slider-
the slider phone?
Yeah.
With fucking 12.
Why would you just watch it on the...
Because I want to watch it in the restroom.
Oh,
Then why couldn't you use the other one?
What other one?
The actual phone, the smartphone.
The slider phone is the actual phone.
yep.
Wait, what's
But where was the porn coming from?
the computer?
Why did you take the computer into the bathroom?
Oh,
It's a
okay, no, no.
desktop computer.
No, okay.
Oh.
I thought like he got a new smartphone and then he was watching
No.
porn. No,
I'd
he was
actually
recording
think you
porn.
would be
He
that
was
stupid.
recording porn on his
Oh,
slider
come on, man.
slider phone from the new smartphone and then using that. That's what I
No,
thought.
but
That's
no,
what I,
it's funny. So
got it from.
I would have to watch porn, but the thing is, I wanted to record with sound, but of course, people are sleeping. So what I would do is I would record, and then I would have one earbud up to the mic like this.
I thought you would ADR
You had
your
to
own
jerry
voice.
rig your own downloading of
I thought he
porn.
was gonna.
Yeah,
You'd be like, oh yeah.
Oh
Fuck
yeah,
my
stick
fucking
it-
I was very concerned that's where it was going into.
but then now that, and then when I got my first smartphone, like Android, I was like, this is the best thing.
I have all the power.
And not only that, but memes. I can download memes now. It was the best.
Instead of printing them out, going to school live and printing out memes.
On my dot matrix.
Rodolfo, I found this funny meme. Let me fax it to you.
I remember fucking other memes of like people saying, "Dude, I'm at a summer camp and there's no internet here, and my friend keeps mailing me memes. He's like printing out fucking bunch of memes."
I never been to a summer camp. They would seem like fun.
I never been to summer camp.
I was sort of like I did scout camps and they were all right, but I mean,
Doesn't
it's just
count.
why does it not count?
It's not summer camp.
It was
It's
during
scout camp.
It's still
it was during summer and it was a camp.
yeah.
Do you get sleep in cabins?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Well, tents really.
What does cabins dictate whether it's a summer camp
Yeah.
or no?
To me, summer camp.
Are you based? No, Joe. No,
So
no,
to
no.
me, the guy who's never been to
No,
a summer
hold on.
camp,
Are
let
you
me.
basing summer camp off of fucking Camp Laszlo?
No.
I swear to God.
Camp.
You're a fucking man child.
Also, like, let me just say, this is like actually, you know what? I have a beef with Steven. I have a beef with
You couldn't even
Steven.
talk, you're so
Where
angry.
is it? Is it steak?
Where's the beef?
What are you, fucking 90s?
Yes.
God
I'm a 90s baby.
Anyway, Steven,
Only 90s because
this is my thing. This is my thing with you. You just said, like, I've never been to camp. Meanwhile, here's my rules for dictating what a camp is. You've never fucking been. You don't know what it is.
That's all it is. It's just a cabin.
That's the
it.
thing. I like to
No
define
activities.
things by my own definitions.
But you never fucking
The
been there.
animals are in the cabin.
God damn it.
Speaking of that, I wouldn't mind going like camping with an actual cabin.
Yeah, me neither.
I feel like tenting for us, like if we actually
Fuck
do tent,
and there has to
we
be.
wouldn't be able to build them. We just like get frustrated after
Yeah.
a bit.
Tents are like, okay, tents, well, one, you need like a good tent. I'm not saying like build a tent like, all right, here's a tarp, here's a pole in the ground. No, like a tent's like there's a floor and there's some flexible pegs that you stick in the ground. They form the what would you call them, supports of the tent? Yeah, that's what you do.
Why are you looking at me? I never made a tent in my life.
I know, but I'm saying like for
I've been
people
in
who
tents before.
thank you, Steven.
But that's like,
Are you
I
gonna
make
be
'em.
are you gonna be like, here's my thing for how tent making should be?
That's
A
not
guy
a
who's
tent,
never
it's
built a
supposed to be
tent.
circular.
It's supposed to be a TP, okay, not a tent.
But the thing is,
Teepees would be cool to
if
be
we
in.
were to go camping, I would like to have a creek nearby so we can go swim in the
But
creek.
or a lake,
Or like, yeah.
Or like, hey, well, here's something that like, so
or just
So you guys
diving
have-
into a sewer.
well, no, have you? Well, I mean, maybe like, I mean,
What?
Pennywise?
What?
maybe because I mean, you know, who knows where runoff comes into, and also, you know, other campers may use that for a latrine. You never know. Although I think, although I'm sure there are like guidelines that like don't piss and shit in the water. But I mean, fish piss in it. And like
And?
birds probably like do something in it. I don't know. But like
Fucking it.
yeah, fish fucking it. That was you heard that classic bit of like, why don't you ever drink water? Fish fucking it.
Oh, never heard of it. From where's that from?
It's from W.C. Fields. It's like a 1920s like vaudeville guy. But so none of you
Why don't
ever.
you make a reference everybody can get?
I pulled a Steven. I pulled a Steven.
No, but I wouldn't mind it. But the thing is, I wouldn't want tents either way, because like, unless it's like an actual nice ground, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's another thing. Like choosing your campsite. Like,
Putting your tent right on top of a fucking like ant hill.
Oh, stop. That's how I prefer like going to a cabin and shit
Yeah.
with like on a lake or some shit.
mm.
Not like out of the middle. Man, right in the woods, maybe.
Another thing you don't really want to
Right.
do with like tents, especially if you go to some place where there's bears around, you have to take extra precautions for it, and sometimes you just don't want to
I'll
have to deal
fight a
with
bear.
that.
You'll fight.
You'll lose that fight.
Yeah.
Want to bet?
Nah.
Let's go
Yeah,
camping right now.
Yeah, I will.
I think Rodolfo
$10
could
on
take
the bear.
3 bears.
$10. That's it.
Yeah, $10 on the bear.
Wow.
Just in case you do
Wow.
win. I'd be like, oh shit, I'm down $10.
and you give it to him, and he's all like scratched up and like bleeding to death. Like,
Give me
Worth
that
it.
check.
I'm like dying right there.
I gotta
the,
pay the
the bear
ambulance.
dies
Give me the
first,
$10.
but I'm gonna die second. I'm like, worth it.
And then meanwhile, I'm just like, I just take the
So what
money.
happened to Rodolfo? Oh, he was a big fan of the Revenant, and he tried to fight a bear.
He tried to be the next grizzly man.
It's funny. Like I feel like I should have watched the Revenant at one point, but I never want to watch the Revenant. It has no interest in me.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I wanted to watch it.
I don't know. It seemed too long and boring.
No.
Says the man who made us sit through Watchmen.
Well,
For
granted,
3
that
hours.
wasn't boring.
I
It
like
wasn't
watching-
boring, but at
That
a certain
was like before we were supposed to record the podcast. Like we were just chilling with.
In
we
my
were
in
gonna
my
eat
in
or
my
something.
defense,
Yeah, we were gonna
I
eat.
should have
We're
put
eating
on
breakfast?
a shorter movie. It could
Either way,
or
You
just
didn't have
like,
to
or
put
just
on
like
a
not even,
movie at
or just not even
all.
like put on a
You could
movie.
sit
I mean,
down and chat
I'll
like
take blame for
friends.
that because I was like, you know,
That
what,
was
pop in a
supposed to be
movie because
safe
I don't
for
want
the
to just like
podcast.
eat and just not do
I just
anything.
thought he was like, oh, we're gonna watch this movie for like 10
Yeah.
minutes, then get to it.
No, we
We-
ended up watching
we-
all 3 hours of Watchmen. I fell asleep like 3 times.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fell asleep.
Oh wow, I
I mean,
was
he was
not
laying
paying.
down, so.
I was too busy being like, man, this thing like isn't like as good as it should have been.
And I was like, hey, do you not like this movie? No, I'm just trying to watch the movie while sleeping.
Throughout the whole movie, me and Connor were like, yeah, in the comic book, and then we were just like talking about the comic book and the movie at the same time. Because I legit love both versions of the story.
I like the movie. I love the book.
Yeah, I think Watchmen the movie gets shit on where it doesn't deserve to be shit on.
I mean, there are definitely problems with it.
Like what?
The portrayal of Dr. Manhattan's kind of wrong. Like
His dick's not big enough.
exactly.
actually, I think it's
It's
bigger than
wing.
it is in the comic. Like in the comic, it's like permanently like
Tiny.
it's not tiny. It's like not erect. Like that was at least a semi chub in the movie.
It was like flaccid.
Flaccid, near almost there.
I just
Flaccid
wanted to see it
Luke.
like actually have physics to it.
Which it did. Like when he's walking
Not
around.
as much, but like
I'm sorry.
I wanted
Like,
to
are they
turn
gonna?
around and it just
flaccid
hit
or-
somebody?
it kind of just like moves around and jiggles and shit.
I mean, it's only on screen for like a few seconds. Like, do you really want to dedicate like that amount of physics to something like that?
I mean, yeah,
Go big or go home.
yeah, dude.
In this case, it wasn't that big.
Some other problems with the movie. Melanie Ackerman, you could have gotten like a better actress who's equally as hot.
Yeah, I will agree with you there. She's not a good actress, and you know what was funny? I even brought up the fact that you don't see her in anything. I even brought up the point, like, yeah, she was in The Heartbreak Kid with Ben Stiller. Okay,
Is
fuck
Ben
you.
Stiller also divorced with one kid?
That whole, I mean, you could argue that that whole movie is him trying to be like, I want to get out of this marriage.
It's the prequel to every other Ben Stiller movie.
Oh man, like, you
No,
know,
but-
that is true that you kind of like brought that up. Like a lot of like modern Ben Stiller movies are all like he's a divorced guy who's like down on his luck or something. Except for Greenberg, where he's just like an asshole who ruins other people's lives.
The Heartbreak Kid, he was an asshole too.
Yeah, but like at least with that one, I was just sort of like, I mean, he's at least like in a bad situation, so he's like trying to make the best of it.
But the way the movie ends, where the
I mean,
Hispanic.
I don't remember the Heartbreak. I didn't even like watch the movie
Oh.
because I knew it was shitty.
All right, then I watched it.
Why?
Because this is when this is basically one of the movies my family would watch, and I would just watch it with them. Like back then, I would watch a bunch of movies with my families, because that's the thing, they would randomly
With my families.
my family they would
Oh,
randomly
families,
they would randomly
There's my secret Californian family, and my family in Texas, and then there's my family up in Yukon
my
territory.
family would watch whatever came on the movie channels like HBO and Cinemax, and one time Cinemax.
Whoa,
Cinemax.
Yeah, man.
that was a Freudian
And
slip.
stars. And then at one point, the Heartbreak Kid came on, and then they were watching it, so I watched it, and it was some parts made me laugh, like the part where Ben Stiller takes the Hispanic girl that he's kind of cheating on with his wife to a donkey show. I laughed at that part because I never seen a portrayal of a donkey show, and then basically the movie ends with like
Explain the donkey show.
he ends up hooking up with another chick at the end.
Okay.
But then the Hispanic chick wants to get back, so he breaks up with the chick he's currently dating just to get back with the Hispanic chick. It was
Explain
like,
the donkey show.
you know what a donkey show is, right?
No,
He's
explain
asking
it.
you to
I
explain
literally
it.
just said explain the donkey show.
Like, are you being serious?
Yes, I'm being serious.
Okay,
What?
in
Excuse
Mexico,
me?
they have donkey shows where basically it's a donkey fucking a woman.
Yeah, I
Are
knew it.
you assuming
I
that he
knew
would
it.
know that because he's Mexican?
No, because we all have dirty minds, so I would assume you would know.
No.
He asked you what
I
it
mean,
was.
I knew what it was. I specifically remember that scene. I couldn't pinpoint it to what movie it was until you said donkey show. I'm like, wait a second. And that memory just popped in my head. Wait a second.
Oh,
I remember seeing this part somewhere.
Wasn't a donkey show in the 40-Year-Old Virgin?
I said that's the thing. I
Also
see
in Clerks 2.
Clerks 2, yes. Now, 4-Year-Old Virgin is one of those movies that I did love when I watched it, but I watched it when I was very young. I can't remember it.
Because I think there was, because I remember Seth Rogen being like, yeah, I went to this donkey show, and they were like, yeah, it's a girl being fucked by a donkey.
Isn't it weird how like kind of skinny he is in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
before he
Why
got
would
super big.
people pay to watch that?
Yeah, that's the thing. He was like, I thought it'd be funny, like, you know, a girl getting fucked by a donkey.
Like a movie, but-
And then I went there, and it's a girl getting fucked by a donkey, and I'm like, wow, that's
Like,
I actually
what
don't
am I
like
doing
that.
with my life?
Yeah, like who pays
Why
to?
did I pay for this? Like, what the fuck am I doing?
It's sort of like I don't know if any of you guys ever like heard of the movie Videodrome.
Yes.
No.
But like
We
a
watched it.
big like part of that movie is like there's a huge audience for people who like watching snuff films. Like, how big is there an audience for stuff like this? Not a lot. Like to put it on TV, there's not a lot of audience for that.
I watched Videodrome in high school.
Video Rome.
Drone
Oh.
in high school.
Drone. It's Drome, not Drone.
Jerome.
I watched it because it was Dan
Jerome.
Cronenberg or whatever, and James Wood. I like James Woods, but like
James Woods.
James Woods.
James Wood. Wait,
James Wood.
James Woods.
is it James Woods?
It's James Woods.
James Woods.
All right, All right, fourth apology. I apologize to Steven for correcting him when I didn't need to.
But like,
That's what that's
yeah,
the podcast.
I
I
saw
could be
Videodrome
apologies.
and I loved it because of the aesthetic and the special effects with the gore and stuff, and especially the part where the guy builds up in tumors. But like, part of me does not get that movie.
What did you get about it?
The ending and like, so is it magic or is it science?
It's magic.
I was sort of like, wait, what are you doing?
Rudolph had a stroke.
Also, side note, James Woods is awesome as Hades in Hercules. That's the one good thing I'll say
I
about that
forget
movie.
he's Hades.
I can actually say some good stuff about Hercules. The animations. Steven almost made himself throw up.
Did you shove your finger down your throat?
Yeah, he did a finger gun, put it in his mouth,
finger
and he
gun.
put it in too
Fucking
far. You're a
retard.
fucking moron.
No,
I
was doing
idiot. You're a turtle. You're an idiot. You're a dummy.
I was doing the
It
like,
literally
You're a
backfired.
black fucking hole. You're
Yeah,
a zero.
I was doing the at gesture, like, yo, but then my finger went
You
back.
asked-
Did you just forget that your finger was moving?
God,
I learned the at gesture from the song in a Goofy movie where the goth chicks are like, ah.
I just learned from watching '90s movies and people being catty to
That
each
movie
other.
was in the 90s, so.
I see. That's another thing. I've never seen the Goof Troop movie or whatever it's
I've
called.
never seen the Goofy
Is
movie.
it-
I've seen the
Isn't
extremely
that
Goofy
with
movie.
the little fucking kid in
Max and
Kid,
Goofy.
yeah.
Yeah, and then it actually has
that was in the 90s?
yeah,
Yeah.
come on the 90s.
It's
2000.
No, it's
That's an
extremely Goofy movie.
Oh, okay.
yeah, and you can tell.
Yeah, I've never seen
and you
that.
can tell that because of the title, Extreme.
Yeah.
But I like both. Like extremely Goofy movie, I also like that one as well.
I just don't get like who the fuck wants to watch Goofy's family. You know whose family I wanted to watch? Pete's family. Pete's family was awesome.
Goofy, fuck my wife. Max can join in too. I'm very lonely.
Like,
Oh yeah, me and Miguel were talking about like if Pete was a cuck.
yeah, I was there too. I was the one. Me and Miguel were the ones who came up with it.
Oh.
You're trying to cut me out of the
You're trying
gold.
to cuck him out of the deal.
You're trying to cut me out of the gold that is the Pete Cuck bit.
I forgot you were there, Connor.
I was in the front seat. I forgot. We were Funko shopping.
Fucko.
Funko.
That was a few weeks ago.
I know.
Yeah, it was a while.
That's why I forgot.
And he was the one who was inviting you guys out to eat and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I
What the
paid for
fuck?
your shitty burger.
Oh, are you gonna point the finger to your head? See, are you sure you're not gonna fuck up?
Oh
and
wait,
actually
are you
shoot
gonna rupture
yourself?
your eardrum by putting your finger too far into your ear? God damn it! But like the thing about like Pete and his family that would have made like the Goofy whatever the fuck show was better is because they're much more entertaining than Goofy or Max. Is that his name?
Yeah, Max.
Yeah,
I
like
to, but in this situation, yeah,
like Peg the wife, funnier than Goofy ever was on the show, or like in ever, and Goofy's hilarious.
for some reason I'm thinking of a dark fuck up show where it's a mature version of, and we do follow Pete's family, and Pete is a cuck, Peg is a slut, and Max has like.
I mean, that's not. I mean, with Pet, it's kind of not too far because she was always trying to like get with Goofy.
And then what's the guy? The kid's name PJ.
Yeah,
PJ has like some really dark problems.
and Pistol, the daughter, is a.
Sociopath.
I mean, kind of. I mean, that's basically like Louise from Bob's Burgers.
Yes. I remember a long time ago I said, man, that little girl from Bob's Burgers is a sociopath, and you said no.
Well, I mean, no, because what I said was she's a psychopath.
You know what show I remember? But now I think if I look it up and rewatch it, I couldn't watch it. Fucking Rocket Power.
Oh my!
Rocket
I
Power.
fucking hated that show.
I loved
couldn't
it as a
love to
kid.
hate it. Like, every now and then I would get like bored of it real quick, but then every time I pick it,
I always, every time I think of Rocket Power, I think of fucking Tito and fucking that weird tan white kid.
he reminded me of fucking Ed from Ed and Eddie.
Okay.
Just the way, I don't know why.
I've
Just
never
because the
seen
way he
Rocket
dressed in
Power.
a way.
Yeah.
I had no interest in it, but I will say one thing about it.
You'd fuck the purple hair girl.
No.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
No, he threw sand in the potato salad. He threw sand in the potato salad. I saw a clip from that show, and then that always made me laugh.
Sand in the
How?
potato salad.
What's the context?
Yeah, like
Oh, some kid
Threw
kicks-
sand in the potato salad.
some kid
That's
kicks-
it?
No, some kid throws sand in the potato salad, and the white kid character just goes, "That kid just threw sand in the potato."
So now far
that's
off
not
from
even
what I
context.
said.
That's,
Wow.
that's not the context.
You
That's
just
just like
added that with the white,
explaining.
kid
Yeah.
saying it.
and it's just funny the delivery of the line.
Thank you. But yeah,
That delivered
I'll
the
find it on
genre.
my folder.
Rocket Power. and Recess made me mad. There were shows I didn't like watching. Rocket Power just because like I don't like skateboards or rollerblades.
Or
Was
Hawaii.
that on Disney?
Wait, was it in Hawaii?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
I would have, honestly, gun to my head, the first thing I would have said was like Venice Beach. Like that's what I would have thought, like in California.
Yeah,
I
I
can
could
see
see
that, but it was mainly Hawaiians.
I remember because of fucking Tito. Tito's the big guy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He's super Hawaii. He had like a bone through his nose and shit.
I don't.
Oh my god, that's racist.
I-
That's not even true.
Hello, brother.
It's funny. So you guys, I didn't like Reese's either. Like I don't like
Reese's?
Reese's at all.
Reese's.
Yeah.
Reese's Puff, Reese's Puff.
No,
Eat
no,
'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
no. The show Reese's.
I know what.
Yeah, okay, yeah, go on. Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Talk.
But my dad did take us to the movies to go watch Reese's the movie, which I did like.
I didn't even know they had a movie.
Oh, I
they had
did.
a
I
movie
watched
where, like, they finished school and now they were like weren't friends or something.
No,
No,
they-
like
they-
someone
it was like
moved
summer
away.
break, and they were like,
split up.
we're going our separate ways. And then like,
Nigga, you're going to see each other next year.
yeah, and then like some government agent was trying to take over the school. I'm sure if I watched the movie
Take
now,
over
I'd
the
be
school?
yeah.
What the
No, no, no.
I don't think that would be far off because
No.
one of the kids was a military boy.
Don't hold his hand like
Sorry. No, I'm just gonna say.
that. You're
Actually,
hurting him.
I actually remember what it's
Calling
about.
the police.
I actually remember. Basically, James Woods' character hates Reese's, so he using a satellite. He was gonna control the weather to make it like snow all the time. So then there would be Reese's would be canceled forever. That was
Wouldn't
the-
the
school would be out.
canceled too?
no,
Like,
because
what the
no, he just wanted to control the weather, make it enough where.
Oh my
you can
god,
still go
this
to
is like
school,
so fucking dumb.
But Reese's would be canceled because he did bring.
Then
up-
how are we gonna get our peanut butter cups?
But he did make a good point because at one point he goes on a rant like, yeah, Asians they have the best test scores and other countries have. America's like the dumbest, and I have like, yeah, that he has a point though, even though he's evil.
But that's still
Okay.
like that's not gonna be like fuck. Recess isn't gonna help test scores. It's like getting rid of
mean,
recess is gonna help test scores because
no.
if anything,
They're
what
gonna be
makes
stressed out more.
yeah because that's if you actually look at
Recess.
testimonies from kids who like take tests, a big part of the reason why they don't like taking tests is one, American kids are tested way more. They have more tests than a lot of other schools do, and they're a lot more stressed out when they take them.
Connor, I was just saying in the movie, I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
like
saying
no, but then you also
said there's a
he
few
makes a
things.
good point. Fucking devil's advocate, a cartoon supervillain.
Do you
Who's
guys
played by
ever
James
see-
Woods?
Would be the guy who would be like, oh well, you know, Gorilla Grodd has a point. Maybe we would be better as gorillas. Like, what the fuck?
Have you guys ever seen the fucking
That's not what that's
Blue
not
Dog
what Gorilla
Disney
Grodd wants.
show? Where it's like this
Wait,
blue
Blue
dog that went to school. It was like
Teacher's pet.
teacher's pet. I've never seen it,
by
but it looks
played by
interesting.
played by Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
Because the style of the show always reminded me of those Cranium games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
fucking loved Cranium.
I didn't really like Cranium, but you're right. They did have a similar.
I
art
only
design.
knew Cranium through their Burger King toys because they always included Play-Doh, and that's all I had.
You know, like honestly, you know what? Like, okay, I've been like getting into like slime videos on YouTube, like people making slimes and stuff.
Why?
That's like oddly
Because-
satisfying.
yeah,
because
the audience has something.
because I just like mixing stuff together and
Why
like
don't you
the
support
feel of it.
channels that make real content? Okay,
like the
us.
Context crew, yeah.
But like, and I've just kind of feel like, man, you know
Donate
what?
to our Kickstarter to make slime videos.
I mean, hell,
this fucker?
I will make slime videos.
This little guy?
Yeah, Teacher's Pet.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen this one.
They made a movie.
Yeah, they made a I think a theatrical.
Yeah.
movie.
Around the same time, like Emperor's New Groove, I was like, I wonder what people are gonna go see.
Yeah.
Emperor's New
Emperor's
Groove.
New
Yeah.
Groove.
I forgot Doug had a movie.
Well, did anyone here actually watch Doug?
No.
My
And
my
What, is
did
he
they
that
like?
guy with the green sweater?
Yeah.
yeah,
and,
my
No.
sisters grew up with Doug.
And his
I
best
didn't.
friend Skeeter.
No, one thing
Skeeter was the green guy, right?
He was like the kind of like bluish taupe.
The green guy was the
Was Roger the bully?
Okay,
he
because
was
everyone compares Roger to fucking Macklemore, and I don't know why. Because of the hair.
one thing I loved when I was a little kid. My mom bought me the VHS of the straight to video movie, the Buzz Lightyear Star Command,
Fuck yeah, dude!
Oh,
and
yeah.
I loved that shit.
I never saw the movie, but a neighbor kid of mine who was in Virginia at the time when I was still living there, he had the the PC game of Buzz Lightyear. It was so fucking bullshit. I hated it.
No, but like the movie is actually like for what it is, it's actually really cool. There's even a twist in there. I'm like, I didn't see that coming because like spoiler for Buzz Lightyear.
Spoiler for this unknown for the straight to DV.
Basically, in the beginning, his part.
Physically in the beginning.
No, in the beginning.
In the beginning, it's
His
like a
friend
cold.
dies.
It's like a cold open. His friend dies, but then later, there's like a new villain in town, and like it's revealed to be the best friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
But also the sidekicks, like they get basically the sidekicks. He ends up getting a robot who's like smart at first, but then he gets damaged. So he's now the comic relief robot, dumb.
Well, I thought the dumpy guy, the dumpy janitor, was the comic relief.
Well, both are kind of. And then
Well,
you get.
can't there be more
And
than
then
one?
You only need one.
And then you get this hot blue girl who can like
I remember the hot blue girl.
she can phase through stuff. And I was just like,
Phase
dude,
through
that's
the dick?
badass. And then Surrey, I always loved Surrey.
I will say, like, it's funny. I saw the movie, like the direct to VHS movie. Didn't see the show that followed.
Me neither.
I saw the show, never saw the movie.
Never saw the show either. One thing I loved is like how in Toy Story 2, Surrey is basically sounds like Darth Vader, but then in the movie and the show, it's fucking
It's
Wayne
Wayne Knight.
But he makes it even though it's Wayne Knight, he brings something to the table. Like it's.
Well, I
funny.
mean, see, with Wayne Knight, you get him because only he sounds like Wayne Knight. Like no one else can do Wayne Knight besides him.
For the longest time, I was called Wayne Knight. Hey, it's the guy from Jurassic Park.
Hey, it's Nedry.
Do you guys remember that Disney show where it was an alien in space?
Yes.
They went to-
Okay. I have been wanting to know what the fuck this show is called because I remember it.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, he had
It's
like
the green
three-
alien
and he
with
had,
like 3 eyes or something.
like 3 antennae. or
Yes,
whatever.
and he like goes to school and he has like a bratty little sister.
I
It's
wanna-
like Lloyd or something.
I want to say like Galaxy High, but like it's like so generic to where like it could easily be it, but otherwise not. Like
I too know what you're talking about. I've just never seen it.
yeah, I'm like it's bugging the crap out of me.
You guys remember the Weekenders?
What was that?
It was
Wait,
about,
That sounds familiar.
it's just about a show about these kids, but it always starts like it's like Friday after school and they're making plans to like go to the mall and hang out.
Not
It
us.
was just a slice of life of these
I-
high school kids just hanging out on
You
the
know,
weekend.
it's
That
funny
was
that
not us.
it's funny that you mentioned that because I remember the title. I don't remember what it looks like, but you know what, like that whole idea, like, hey, yeah, slice of life of people hanging out at like some other like people like that has never worked for any like cartoon show because I remember.
Anime. It works for anime really well.
That's anime,
Well-
it's not cartoon.
Well, like
I think the difference.
American style like animation.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense because like as a kid, I'm like, I don't these high school slice of life as a kid. It's like this is boring.
Like because and then Cartoon Network tried their own version of Weekenders that this must have ran for like a month before they canceled
What
it.
was their take of it?
It was like okay, it's these.
I do not remember seeing this show.
I remember that.
show.
Okay, yeah, now I remember it.
Yeah,
I like the girl with the glasses. She was hot.
The only like because that was a Disney Channel thing, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a Disney.
The only
Okay,
Disney Channel thing I ever watched was Kim Possible.
I like Kim Possible.
Kim Possible was great.
You know what I've always wanted from Kim Possible? That like
Possible.
it was I'm sick, cunt.
Phil Lamar was in
Don't
this
don't
It-
throw stones in glass houses.
I always wanted to try that like
I just wanna get
chalupa
one.
nacho they always had
yes, the
No,
at like
nachos
the, at
they
the
had?
nacho hat
that
wherever they would go to eat.
Wait, what? What show?
Kim
Kim
Possible,
Possible.
like
Oh.
They would have this chalupa
Oh,
that has nachos
okay,
in
yeah.
it.
like
I
is
know what
didn't
you're talking
Ron work at a nacho place?
No, they would just always hang out there.
Oh yeah. To this day I still think naked mole rats are cute, even though they're not.
Weird.
They are weird looking,
Kim
but
Possible makes it cute.
like they're so. But like
Yeah.
it left me with this thing of like they're so ugly that they're kind of like cute again.
What?
Like you
Yeah.
know, like no one's gonna love you, not even me. But
It's like that's kind of like me with pugs. I don't like how pugs look.
I love
But they look so weird that they're kind of cute.
they're
In
endearing.
that way.
They're endearing.
Yeah.
Same with bulldogs. Like, I think bulldogs are kind of like ugly, but they're like so they have like character.
Bulldogs are cute. Who says bulldogs are ugly?
I love bulldogs. I love bulldogs Sharpei because they're so like wrinkly. and
No,
have,
but
like,
who
a
says
lot of
they're
skin.
ugly?
And
I
they're
just like them because they always had this look of like.
I'm gonna get you next time.
they always have a cold.
They always look like they would be like those these like muscle boys that have the hunch and they're always like cracking
thinking
their
of Tom and
knuckles.
Jerry.
Yeah.
He's a bulldog from
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
You know Tom and Jerry like That's a show that could still like work today.
But they decided it.
But they
wouldn't work
decided, like,
today.
hey, let's take everything that was like memorable about Tom and Jerry and just not do it.
Let's make Tom and Jerry into a slice of life. That's basically what they did.
Let's make him friends.
Like, you know, okay, so like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck can like work when they're like sort of friendly, like working off each other. That's why I like the new Looney Tunes show that came out like a while ago.
Never seen it.
It was funny, but Tom and Jerry, like their whole,
Where do they show that at?
I think it was Cartoon Network.
You sure about that?
I'm very
Cartoon
sure.
Network. Wait, what, is this a reference?
Yeah, because all they play is
Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans
They
Go,
also
Bear
moved it to
Bears.
Boomerang.
Yeah, I wish I got Boomerang. You know, like after the fall of like Cartoon Network's like truly golden years, Boomerang became my refuge.
I kind of hated how I used to watch Boomerang for like the old cartoons. Like they would have Tom and Jerry and like Hanna-Barbera shit.
Well, now
now
the new cartoons are old.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now they have like everything that they don't want to show on Cartoon Network on Boomerang. And
Yeah.
there's like no
Really?
more
Like,
room.
what?
Like Justice League was on there.
Justice League, they had.
I wouldn't mind watching them from time to time, but like
Yeah.
Boomerang seems like it's like for classic old shows.
But I mean, but here's the thing about like why I'm not too like sad about that. Most of the Hanna-Barbera shows sucked. Like Yogi Bear.
I liked Yogi Bear.
Just
actually.
just give him a fucking basket. Like just have one fucking picnic. God.
But then you won't have much material for the bear with a collar and a tie and a hat.
And nothing else.
And a smaller bear
You know,
with
I
a
gotta
bow
say,
tie.
speaking of Hanna-Barbera, I love what DC is doing with the Hanna-Barbera characters. Because
Like, what are they doing?
Comics?
oh yeah, in comics like in like again Scooby-Doo, Ghostbusters. They turned the Flintstones into like a social commentary comic where like their issues are parallel to what's happening now.
Why are we going over to Mesopotamia for more rocks?
And then what's that? What's that? Pink.
Pink Panther?
No, not Pink Panther, but it's a pink lion. That.
Snaggletooth.
Yeah, they made him into a gay playwright in the comics. Like he has. His
I
own
mean,
comics.
that's not too far off.
Exactly, and it's just funny how like they're taking this interesting take on Hanna-Barbera characters, like making them more grounded and stuff. It's just like, wow, you guys are doing kind of a cool job because I read some of the stuff like pictures from the comics. It's like, wow, it's actually really interesting. Why can't you do that with the DC comics?
But the thing is, that's comics and compared to like shows. You know?
Shows made for children in the 60s.
And the comics are more for.
I love how they turned
Oh,
Shag into a hipster in the new one. Like he has that Hannibal.
I mean, I could have seen that
Yeah.
coming from a mile away.
And you
to
know
be
what?
honest.
Like it works. Like it
works.
doesn't feel tacked on or like, wow, that's a stretch. No, it feels like, yeah, you know
that
what? He
be
would.
that. I've been reading up on the Adventure Time comics. They're actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I love them.
I forgot about Adventure.
There's a Rick and Morty comic.
The Steven Universe comics are also
You have
pretty
to
good.
be really intelligent to read them.
Shut
though.
the fuck up. A big ol' ring.
all I know about the Rick and Morty comics is that they make a Junkrat and Roadhog reference in there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're
like
in the background.
Yeah, they're like at a bar or something. You can see Junkrat and Roadhog in one of the booths in the background just screaming.
It's funny, like every time I go to the comic book store, it's funny, like, oh my god, they have a comic. Like I remember the first time, it's like they have Doctor Who comics. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, they make a comic on anything. The Ghostbusters comics from a few years ago were really good. Like they finally put Janine the secretary as a Ghostbuster.
Ooh.
I was into podcasts and they were talking about how like before Alien 3 came out, there was a comic run where Hicks and Newt were alive. Not only that, but the military actually got a hold of Xenomorphs and trained them to be like controllable. And I'm like, that would be cool in a movie. Why haven't they done that?
But there actually may be a good reason for it because maybe the comic came out with it and it was owned by a different parent company.
Oh, that makes sense. But basically, and then it's funny. So it was Hicks and Newt in the comic book, but after Alien 3 came out, they actually said that these comics were canon. So what they did was they went back and made new editions where they changed the names.
Yeah. That's the whole thing that I remember about, like, I will discover that I used to like this show when I was a kid, and then I'll be just walking in the store and be like, what, they're making fucking comics about this now? Like, I saw a Code Lyoko comic, like, and this may have been, like,
Oh
an
my
older
God,
one.
Code Lyoko.
Yeah, and I was like, they fucking. You didn't like Code Lyoko?
I mean, I would, but sometimes I'd feel like
Code Lyoko
it would
was
be
boring.
Yeah, that's what I felt like too.
Yeah,
like, I would
that's
like
the same
it
with me.
I kind of agree with like. There's a bunch of episodes where it's like all the fights just go the same way. Like
It's the same clips all the time.
But for me, it would seem like.
But when it actually got
cringy
moved,
a little
Yeah.
bit. Like I don't know if it was like the animation or what. It just weirded me out, especially the guy with the purple.
Odd.
Cat guy.
Yeah.
His name's
guy.
Odd.
His fucking eye. He looked just weird with the fucking hair.
I will say this though, like when the story actually got like moving past like the first season, that's another thing that I noticed about shows. Like as a kid, you think like, oh man, this ran for like 5 years. No, it probably ran for like 3. They just showed the episodes over and over again. So like, I mean, I think they make Totally Spies comics now.
I liked Totally Spice as a guy. Like as a kid, I love Totally
Growing
Spice.
up, it was one of the things where I wanted to watch it, but my dad was like, "Dude,
Nah,
that
they're
looks like a girl.
girls, dude.
Yeah, it looks like a girl show. Don't watch it." Same thing with like the Amanda Bynes show.
I love the.
And my dad was like, "No, that looks like a girl show." I'm like, "But it's
Who
not." And
are you? You got the wrong number. Stop calling.
What
me.
hands and laps,
R.I.P. Amanda Bynes. She's not dead, but she might as well be.
I was about to ask, like, what happened to
her
Amanda
career?
Bynes?
Oh, she
She
went
got
crazy.
super drugged up and shit.
Crazy.
She
Lindsay
needs to be
Lohan,
Lindsay
basically.
Lohan.
Child actors, man. Like, can you think of one child actor that turned out okay?
Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, Lizzie McGuire.
I've never heard anything.
Well,
bad
yeah,
about
because
her.
as soon
She's
as
the
she
only
was
one.
done, she left.
Yeah.
She was the only one
she-
that
I
everybody
love the
praised
Lizzie
her.
McGuire show. I like the
kinda
Robot
did it.
Chicken sketch where it's like it's Lizzie McGuire but she's Anne Frank.
I didn't. Oh yeah, that's Robot Chicken.
Oh, I thought you were thinking of the Roaching where it's like Hilary Duff and Highlander. Like, there can be only one.
No, but yeah, I always liked
She blows up the earth.
Lindsay Lohan. I mean, Hilary Duff. Like Lizzie McGuire, I could never get into because it's live action, and also it's
Besides the cartoon imp of her.
yeah, and
the cutaways.
it's a girl thing, so I couldn't get into it. But before I go, the one thing before we go, because we're about to wrap up.
I wanted to mention something else.
Oh,
okay. I was gonna say the live action.
All right, so before
Steven.
I love the even. I love
the
the Even
movie.
Steven movie.
Yes, I like
Jesus
with
Christ.
Gus Fring as the villain.
Oh
Or
yeah.
they basically
What?
prank him.
Yeah,
Back.
Gus Fring from Breaking Bad is the villain of the Even Stevens movie.
What the?
No,
fuck?
Tim Meadows was was the bad guy.
No, I'm pretty sure Gus was
I'm
in
looking
it.
up.
No,
Gus
it was
was
Tim
in-
Meadows.
No, Gus was at least involved in one Even
I
Stevens
like how they
thing.
pranked him back where it was like, I pushed Steven off the cliff and like, what did you do? What did you do? And like,
Watch, I have to make a 5th apology. Apparently, Giancarlo Esposito was not in the Even Stevens movie. I apologize for saying he was.
I remember Tim Meadows being in the movie, but I don't remember.
Just search up Even Stevens movie kind of.
He is, but the thing is,
I actually wasn't a big fan of Even Stevens, except for one line where he's like trying to like get the kids like motivated about something. And you're like, why do we have to?
It was Tim Meadows.
Oh, then I'm the racist then.
what?
Uh,
That's the thing. Tim Meadows.
I may have been thinking of like a different TV movie.
maybe.
Probably.
I remember the only thing from the Even Stevens is that when they were mad about all the food being gone, all I could see was just honeycombs.
Now I'm.
No, Bean.
Bean.
My sister met him in Canada.
I wanted to say that there's one movie I watched a bunch of times because again, when you have a sister, you kind of have to watch what she watches sometimes. She loved watching A Cinderella Story, which was a modern take on Cinderella with Hilary
No,
Duff.
really, I could never have guessed.
I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I guess we're all done.
This
Right,
episode's
then
done.
I guess
This
we're done.
episode
Like,
is
I get,
ended.
this
That's all the
podcast is over. We're over as friends.
That's all the time we have for this podcast.
I'm done.
Thank you for tuning in again this week. Yeah, I guess.
This has been Steven.
This has been.
And this has been an apology video, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. By the way, since I was proven wrong, I apologize for saying Giancarlo Esposito was in the Even Stevens movie.
Yeah,
Thanks
Tim
for tuning
Meadows.
in.
Like, what?
This has been the Context Show with your Steven, Miguel, Connor, and Rodolfo. Till next week, guys. Thank
Bye.
you. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Give us constructive criticism because you haven't been giving us any. That means you, Jimmy, and Louie, and whoever. else
Patreon.
watching.
If we subscribe to the Patreon, I'll make slime videos.
No, stop. Cringe.